7, so
7? Okay, perfect. Then let's knock out this Whiskey Wednesday here in the next 7 minutes and let's record for the hour.
I like it.
Take it away, buddy.
Hold on, let me get things set up here. I
We're
didn't
doing
realize
the
you wanted to.
video.
Yeah, I didn't realize you wanted to do a full episode. For some reason, I read it, I missed that part, so I took a small, like 30-minute nap, and then after I saw it, I was like, "Damn, I should have gotten ready sooner."
Done it sooner. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. We can knock it out.
I'm just gonna let me get all set.
Say all we need is 5 minutes for this Whiskey Wednesday. We'll just
Oh yeah,
bust through it, and this will be our
I don't
warm
even
up.
know. I don't even know if I've done one of these before with Harris or Tarnished Truth. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It is I, Morpheus Bratwurst, here with another fine Whiskey Wednesday, brought to you by the Scuttlebutt Podcast, with my co-host, Hermes Ostlander. Hermes, how you doing?
You know, Morpheus, I am swell. We're both in classes, and somehow, some way, we're doing a Whiskey Wednesday in the middle of the week. Rarely
Hell
happens.
yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, we always do them on Wednesday. I don't know what you mean.
I just meant like together, where
Yeah.
schedules
'Cause
line
We
up,
always we always do them on Wednesday.
It's always, yeah. It's always, yeah.
Now, today we're doing another classic. Hermes is trying to clear his shelf. We're not coordinating too much on the type of whiskey that we're drinking. So I will be drinking a bottle of Tarnished Truth 3-year aged high rye bourbon. So this is made in Virginia Beach. I've actually been to where they make this in the past. It's pretty cool. It's a big old cool hotel.
I gotta make it somehow, some way over to that. There's so many distilleries we gotta make that I want
I
to
know.
make it
It's
to.
a pretty cool little place, man.
We
I
should do
haven't
like the
been-
full whiskey like trek through the U.S. That'd be dope.
That would be. It's been years since I've gone and been in that area, but it's pretty cool. Uh their thing is it's a high rye, so it's not rye, but it's a high rye bourbon. So they
Hmm.
use more rye than regular bourbon, but not enough to be considered a rye or something. I don't remember how he explained it, but it's a high rye bourbon.
It makes sense if the experts were explaining it, but
Yeah, they explained
because
it.
you got Morpheus.
Yeah, they explained it and it made sense. I can't regurgitate what they said. Anyways, let's give it a go.
Go, he says. I can't wait for this bottle. Well, it
It's
wasn't
kinda
too bad. It was a little light. Well,
Well, I guess-
while you're pouring that and getting yours ready, I am drinking for the camera and for the Scutter Butters out there who will see this video after the guys in post chop it all up. I'm drinking a Booker's. This is the story. I almost said story batch. The storyteller batch. Anybody who's familiar with Booker's knows it's a little difficult to get at times, but when you get it, it's in, what is it, like 4 a year that they do seasons, right? It's like one
Something
of
like
the
that.
4 that they do each year. This one was the batch number 4 of 2023. So a couple batches have come out since then, and this was, as you can see, I put a pretty good hurting on this bottle. This was one of those that I think they had like 2 that year that we weren't crazy about, and this was
Yeah.
like the last one they pumped out, and
It was like
we were
3, I
okay,
think.
thank
They had
gosh.
like 3 or 4, and I remember like the majority of them. Like it was like because it was like 2022 1, and
Yeah.
then 23 1, 2, and 3, and like I think like Storytellers was like the only 23 one that we liked.
Yeah, that were exactly. It was not that any of the other ones weren't drinkable, guys, but this one is where you would expect something that is, a bottle that's difficult to get that people rave about. Bookers in general,
Well,
is the Buffalo Trace
yeah.
product, right?
No, it's
believe.
Jim Beam actually.
Ah, yes. So it's the one thing Jim Beam can actually do decent.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing with it is each batch is like uniquely different and they're all made
Right.
different ways. So it's interesting. It's fun to try to collect them all, but
Win some, you lose some. Yeah, the boxes is dope. I have some back there on the shelf if Patreon can see those. Let's see
without
how this
further
cork
ado,
sounds. Oh, I gotta get my cork.
oh,
There it goes.
I didn't hear that at all.
No, I guess I just heard it in the studio. But I'm good to go when you are, my good sir.
All right, cheers, my friend.
Ooh, that's hot. Whew, the ice did not. I guess I got a neat sip first. Oh, that was hot. What is the proof on this? Jesus.
They are stronger.
63.9.
Yeah, this Tarnished Truth is only. Where's the proof on it?
Holy hell, guys.
I don't even see the proof on it.
127 proof.
Oh,
Oof,
right there.
that was
This is
spicy.
only 90 proof, and you can tell. Look, one thing about this bottle, it's a cool bottle. It's like a square, and it's got a lot of really
Classic,
cool.
yeah.
That's like the hotel. That's the building of the distillery's in, which is kind of cool.
Ah,
And it's very like speakeasy. Like the
I was gonna
building,
say the label, yeah, it's very classic
Yeah.
looking.
the building itself was built like in the 1920s. It's like this old historical hotel. And
Nice.
they definitely keep in part with they keep in true with that very like 1920s 30s like theme.
Did you wear
It's
your
pretty
little
cool.
top hat when you went there?
I did not, but I will say like when I walked into the lobby, I remember it was all like that black and white tile, and it's
Gorgeous.
classic music playing, like not classic, but like old like classic music playing.
There's a genre for that, but I'm blanking on it right now.
Yeah, that like
Doo-wop, maybe
1920s like
like a doo-wop,
kind of like big band.
big band. Yeah,
Uh,
I got you.
it was like going back in time though, honestly.
That's dope.
It was cool.
That's dope.
But anyways, this is interesting. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's certainly not bad.
You had a neat or you have an ice in there right
I
now?
have an ice in there.
I'm gonna let mine should be cooling down. I'm gonna have to take an extra sip because I couldn't. All I had was heat. I was not expecting it, so
All I had
fucking
was heat.
spicy.
Let me do another sip.
Mm. Okay, that's much better.
I got a lot of wood. I think that's kind of the rye too that I'm tasting.
Yeah, I wonder what this mash
That
bill is on
woody, almost
mine.
like kind of like grassy, that
Yeah,
grassy kind of
yeah.
woody.
I think we go back to a couple descriptor words, adjectives. If you is that what it
Yeah,
is? Are they adjectives when it's
it's smooth.
describing a noun?
It's smooth for sure. It's easy to. I don't know if the flavor is my favorite, but like it's an easy. Like I mean, I can drink it. I'm not like
You
shivering or anything.
you like rye though, or do you not like
I like
rye?
rye.
Yeah, I
I,
like.
I enjoy
I'm a
it.
big fan of rye, but it has to be done. Like I feel like it more can go wrong there than a bourbon.
Rye done
Whereas,
right.
yeah, if it doesn't right.
I feel
Well,
like I actually went through a little rye phase there for a little bit.
it's always good to mix it up. We've talked about this a couple times on different Whiskey Wednesdays, where
Yeah. Well, a
some
lot of
months you're
brands
going
make
this
some
way.
good stuff too. Like Basil Hayden's the big one that I like a lot, where they most of their ryes I've enjoyed, and they even have like
Mm,
a malted rye, which
yeah.
I really liked. Anyways, I would give the Tarnished Truth High Rye Straight Bourbon a probably 2.5 out of 5. Nice, average, run of the line, right down the middle.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, nothing exciting, nothing to write home about. It's a little bit of a unique flavor, definitely grassy and definitely uh woody.
If you like whiskey, would you like, if you're a whiskey-ish guy, gal out there who are
You wouldn't
following along our Whiskey Wednesdays, would you
you
like
wouldn't
it?
you wouldn't hate it. It's definitely something you could take a pour of and be like, okay, like maybe wouldn't want another, but like I could drink this.
Yeah. Better in a cocktail, maybe?
Maybe. I do know that they have restaurants at that hotel too, and all of the cocktails are made with their own spirits. They have
Hmm.
another one that I'll have to grab one of these days. It's another bourbon. It's called Discretions, and I tend to like that one better. I've had that one too, and I like that one straight a little bit better.
Okay. Okay.
So
All right. So you said 2.5 out of 5?
2.5 out of 5, solid down the middle.
I like that rating. For the Bookers, I think I'm gonna go a little bit higher and say a 3 out of 5. But damn, it is spicy. I think it is not an approachable whiskey for an amateur, for like a new whiskey or bourbon. Like, shout out to Dom who was on a previous episode of the Scuttlebutt podcast with us. I think our last episode.
I think so.
As
Love
he
that
was,
guy.
yeah, love that guy. As he was saying, he's not a big bourbon drinker. He's more of the Scotch drinker just because he hasn't tried a ton. I wouldn't give him this first and say, you're gonna love this. I certainly would give him something a little less spicy. But
Your kids are
personal.
gonna love it.
I do enjoy it. So yeah, exactly. It's gonna take a couple years, but you're really gonna come around to this one. Your kids certainly are gonna enjoy this one. Maybe it's a little ahead of your time, but Booker's 3 out of 5, solid. I mean, I'm actually kind of sad that I'm going as low as I am because I'm supposed to like Booker's. We're supposed to talk it up, but
It's a classic.
it's okay. It's good. It's not bad, but I'm right there in the middle of the run with you, middle of the road, maybe just a little bit above average. Three out of 5.
3 out of 5. All right. Well, this has been another fine Whiskey Wednesday. I am Morpheus Bratwurst here with Hermes Oslander from the Scuttlebutt Podcast. Thank you, lovely lot, for joining us today. Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Skull pros sabash.
Abash. Hey, nice and easy.
Nice and easy. All right, now I'm stopping this